Hello, blessed and beautiful people. Michelle here, back again for my very first video. And today my plan was for my four children to join me so that we could introduce ourselves to you and let you know what our channel would be all about. Unfortunately, although my children were very excited when I told them that I was starting this channel, and they encouraged me to get all the right equipment and make sure that my videos would not be trash, as they call them. They have since I actually moved forward with making the videos, kind of shied away from being in the videos, but they did give me their permission to tell you all about them so that I could move forward with starting my channel. So my first child is Kevon, and although we call her Kevon, her name is actually pronounced Keviana. Her dad's name is Kevin, and she doesn't really like that. She prefers to be called Kevon. So she's 17 years old, and she came to me after being in a foster home for about a year and a half. And although when she came to me, she was very introverted. She had night terrors. She would wake up crying all the time. There was evidence that she had not been well taken care of in the foster home. And now today she has progressed very well. She is on the honor roll in high school. She has a summer job this year, and she is a very sweet young lady. She does suffer with anxiety and depression, as you know, some teenagers do, but for her, it has been a struggle. And she also has been diagnosed with ADD, and the evidence that we see in her of that is that she has a hard time focusing and concentrating on one thing at a time. Her concentration sometimes is all over the place. She sometimes has angry outbursts, which sometimes I attribute to just being a teenager, and sometimes it seems like it might be a little bit something more there. But as far as she goes, she to me is really focused on getting into college and reaching her goals and her dreams that she has for herself. And those are some of the things that, you know, we'll be sharing with you in our upcoming videos. My next child is Ricardo. And Ricardo is 16 years old. He just turned 16 in June. And he is the oldest boy in the family, although he is not the oldest of all the siblings. Ricardo has been diagnosed with ADD and ADHD and ODD, which is oppositional defiance disorder, which I really struggle with because although at one point he had all the symptoms of both of those diagnoses, he was doing horribly in school, constantly fighting, constantly being rebellious and disobedient, refusing to do chores, refusing to cooperate in any way with all of the family members and the adults in his life. I also wonder, you know, if those things could be attributed to him feeling abandoned by his parents. And so I just really struggle with the knowledge that for the past 3 years he has been off medication, and he has managed to be promoted in school, to control his angry outbursts, and to do much better than he has in the past. And that has been without any medication. So I'm not really sure. I think that with a lot of love and stability and just getting in touch with who he is as a young person, he is growing and developing into the young man that I pray and hope that he will be. And then my next child is Curtisha. And Curtisha has just turned 14 in July. And she came to me once again through Protective Services after my sister was going through some struggles. And Tisha is one of those children who just always has a smile on her face. She's very loving and kind. And my only worry about her at one point was that Jonathan, the last of the four, came to me immediately after her, and I didn't have the opportunity to really love and baby her and bond with her in all the ways that I had been taught as a teacher and through my foster parent training, to bond with the children and to develop those relationships that would sustain us as a family. But yet, Curtisha and I, as well as all the children, I believe that we have a very strong bond. We love and support one another. And although they often, accuse me of feeling that Jonathan is the baby and he is my favorite, I don't have any favorites amongst the children. In my heart, I truly do not. Jonathan is the baby, and he is just so loving and kind and calm. And yet, he does have those moments when he can boss up, as he calls it, and be a little bit rebellious. And yet I know that that's just a part of growing up and being a young man in training. So that's it for the children. And a little bit about me is that just about 5 years ago, I had a major mental and emotional breakdown after having all my life being a really hard worker, someone who was a go-getter, someone who had completed 5 college degrees, owned her own business, raised a successful daughter and a young man in training, and yet had so much sadness and hurt and anger and just a disconnect with what I portrayed to people and what I was truly feeling on the inside. Every hurt, every failure, every setback, I pushed it down and I rolled with the punches, and I tried to do better in my life. I self-medicated and I tried to give more than I took, and I tried to love God and pray that He would love me back enough to heal the sadness and the hurt. And since being diagnosed with bipolar disorder, it's changed my life in so many ways. I'm not utilizing my college degree, my master's degree, but I have another degree and I'm utilizing that, and I pray that one day that I will get back to owning my own business, and that I will continue to be a great mother and to love and honor and respect those who love, honor, and respect me in return, especially the 4 who are under my roof. And that those of you who have subscribed to my channel will enjoy this video and understand why I am here on YouTube, and that I will connect with those of you who understand me and get to know you. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Bye.